Hey guys, it's Vas here from Aussie Playground, and today we are going to be looking at something a little bit different. We are going to be taking a look at the Sense Innovations ESS-ONE, which is an engine simulation system. Hopefully that comes up well enough for you guys to read, and there's some more information on the other side. The box is totally sealed. I actually picked this guy up from AsiaTees. If you want to go check one of these out, check the video description. I'll have a link in there for you to make life easy. Now, I've been dying to get my hands on this thing because it seems to be a bit of a topic of the month, I guess. And yeah, I've really been interested. I don't know how good or how bad these things are. I know that there are other companies that do these sort of sound systems, and I guess to a certain extent it's a little bit of a novelty, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and open it up and show you what you get inside. And then I've got a couple of ideas of where I can actually plug this guy in, depending on the sounds that you can get. I know that you can get quite a lot of sounds with them, so yeah, very much looking forward to trying it out on maybe one car and then maybe switching it out to another for a different sound and so on and so forth. So alright, we are greeted with what looks like a little instruction leaflet, so I'll have to read through that. We've got some Y cables here, so again we need to work out what all of this does. We've got some 3M double-sided tape, or like foam tape. So obviously this is to stick the unit to your RC. We have a Dean's connector here. We have a USB little plug, and if I can pull the rest of this out, here we go. So that there is obviously to connect the unit up. The unit itself is in here. I'm going to go ahead and just peel this open and see what it looks like. Well, there we are. Pretty simple, straightforward. Has a little speaker, has a minus and plus button there, has a USB, or not a USB rather, kind of like a your standard sort of servo plug on this end, and what I'm assuming is going to be your power supply. So that there is going to go into this plug, and this obviously is going to go through your battery. So without giving away too much information here, I am going to go ahead and maybe fiddle around with this for a little bit. I'm going to try and hook it up to one of my cars, and we'll come back and I'll give you some demo sounds that I could probably get out of this unit. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I've got everything set up and ready to go. It took me a little while to get everything set up. Obviously figuring out where I was going to put the box, how I was going to mount it to the truck, all of these sort of things. Now, I haven't put the cover to the receiver box in here purely because I want to show you all just how it all connects, in case you're wondering. It's actually very, very easy to connect. It literally takes about 2 minutes. The biggest challenge I faced personally with this particular truck was actually putting the receiver box cover back in, because this Y connection here for your ESC is actually a little bit short, and I couldn't place these outside of the receiver box. You can see there that it's just not long enough for me to put them outside, so I kind of have to fold them up inside, and it's just a little bit tricky, only because the box is so small. But that's kind of exclusive to this truck. If you don't have a receiver box, or you've got a much bigger one, obviously this is not going to be a problem for you. Now, a couple of things that you need to know. Number one, the speaker does come with a pre-recorded sound. It's actually quite a throaty kind of V8 truck sound type of engine noise, I guess. It does sound very good, and it's actually, I think, very similar to the sound that I picked for this particular short course truck. Now, you will need to go to the website to download any of the sounds that you want. There are some that you do need to pay for, which are a couple of US dollars, but most of them, at least the ones that I saw, were free. Now, this is the website here that you need to go to, and you basically download, I guess it's an app for your PC, and that allows you to download the sounds to the speaker. You basically just follow some instructions. It's pretty straightforward. The AsiaTees do have a video showing you how, where you need to go to download and all this sort of thing. Pretty easy to do, guys. I mean, I figured it out in only a matter of minutes. You will come across a couple of screens perhaps that may have some Chinese writing on there. Don't freak out. It's all very easy to follow. You kind of get the gist of it, but for the most part the app itself is all in English, and yeah, I don't really have too much of an issue with it at all. So I downloaded a short course truck sound, but of course they have a variety of different engine sounds out there. You have some Formula One cars, you've got some trucks, rally cars, drift cars. There's even ambulance and police sounds like sirens. You've got horn, you've got turbo sounds, you have braking sounds, so kind of like a screech, I guess. So there's a variety of different things that you can pick from. As I said, most of them are free. There are a few there that you know cost a couple of bucks if you really want that particular sound from that particular engine and so forth. So when you do pick, or when you do decide to get this and fit it into a particular car, it's not that easy to kind of take it off and mount it onto another car, select a different sound, and away you go. You kind of have to go to a PC, download a new sound, and then obviously attach it to the car that you want to put it onto. So I kind of had the idea of trying it on a couple of different cars, and look, I may still do that, but it's not, I mean, as you can see, it's not really a convenient thing. So what I've done here is I've actually taken the pinion off this truck, because I actually tried to do this with old wheels turning and everything else, and the truck is actually a little bit loud. You're probably not going to get a really clear sound out of this, and the idea here is to just show you what this can do and how it sounds. It may be a little bit distorted through the microphone. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully you guys can hear it okay, but you know, to me it actually sounds pretty good. So I suppose, you know, take my word for it if you like, or you know, try one of these out yourselves. But very quickly, I'm going to turn the remote on. We're going to turn this guy on, and I'll give you a bit of a quick demo of how you can see that there's no sound, of course, how it actually starts. All you need to do is touch the throttle, and you can hear the sound there. Nice revvy V8 sound. Now you'll notice that it shut off. If you leave your throttle on idle, I think for about 5 seconds, it actually shuts down. And of course, if you don't want to use it, you can just unplug it and plug your ESC directly to your battery. You know, just tuck this wire away somewhere so it doesn't get caught up anywhere, and you can still use the truck as per normal. The way I've zip tied it, in case you're wondering, I've got a little bit of packing foam underneath and zip tied it in there nice and tight. Hopefully it doesn't go anywhere. But we'll see how we go once I actually start to run the truck. So we're going to start this up again. I'm going to give you some revving sounds, and we'll even go in reverse as well. So there we go. I think that's a pretty good demo of this system. I don't know how this is turned up on the microphone, guys. Hopefully I didn't deafen you. Hopefully you heard it okay. You know, you can of course adjust the volume on these buttons. You will need it a little bit louder when you're outside, and of course you know the truck's running and you're doing jumps and going through whatever terrain you're going through. But as I said, this I think is a great little novelty item. I put it on this truck I don't know, because I wanted to use this particular truck, and I know that my kids use this truck as well because it is a pretty tough truck. So and especially with their driving skills, the RCs need to be pretty strong. So I think, you know, if I plug this in and kind of give them a little bit of a surprise, it'll be very interesting to see their faces when they actually hear a bit of an engine noise coming out of an RC car. So I think for a nice little novelty item, it's great to have. I've been dying to try one of these things out, and I can tell you now that I got a bit of a smile on my face. I think when I take this out to the BMX track, you know, and I have people sort of coming by and hearing this truck making this sort of engine sound, it's certainly going to turn some heads. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. I'm going to leave this pretty much just for me to test out on the field, and then maybe later on I'll do a bit of a follow-up on it and just let you know how it's all going. But if you do want to check it out, as I said at the start of the video, please check the video description. I'll have a link in there to the AsiaTees website, so you can actually go and check one of these guys out. That is it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will speak to you next time.